Hey, what's up? It's Jen, and I'm here to help you live a happier, healthier, more well-balanced lifestyle through small, intentional changes each day. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, like the video if you like these little bits of positivity that I am bringing you. Today, I'm going to talk about ways that you can get really laser focused and be more productive each day. A lot of times we have very long, confusing to-do lists. Sometimes they're all in one spot. Sometimes they're written on a bunch of different Post-its all over the place. I want to help you get clarity and more organized with these so that you can handle all those tasks that are on your lists. So I've got 5 tips for you today. The first one is going to be you need to basically do a brain dump. You need to get all of the things that are rattling around in your head and put them down on a piece of paper. Get that big, crazy to-do list. Now, I know before when I was talking about my gratitude journal, I suggested that you put in the top 3 things that you really want to get done that day. You really pare it down and think about what are the things that are most important to you. This is not that list. This is a big, huge list that's got things like take the trash out Tuesday night, make an appointment at the dentist for the kids. It's got everything on there. Fix that light in the hallway. Anything that you can think of, put it on this list. From here, we're going to move forward and clarify a little bit. So don't worry about it if it's something that isn't crazy important to you. If it's in your head, get it out. Okay, step number 2. We're going to go ahead and move on and clarify this. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what the next action step is with this item number. So if you're talking about on your list, you've got mom, how are you supposed to know what to do when you get to mom on your to-do list? You want to get very clear about what that means. So you're going to say, instead of mom, you're going to say, give mom a call about birthday in December to plan party, okay? You might also need some other tasks under that item. So you might need to talk about, food options, decorations, guest lists, all those kinds of things. Put that all underneath there. If you find that you've got a couple of these items that have a lot of tasks that go along with it, make sure that you write them down, get clear about it, and maybe remove that from the main list into a separate list so that you can refer back later, okay? So what we're doing here is we're putting the next action step so that you can understand what you're doing and not just have a random thing on your list that by the time you get around to it, you're going to forget why it was even there to start with. Okay, number 3, we're going to move on to, let me consult my list. We're going to prioritize. Okay, so when we prioritize, you're going to take a look. Are these things that you keep putting on your list and they're not really that important to you? Maybe they don't really matter. Maybe you think you want to go through a bunch of boxes that you have sitting in the corner of your bedroom, but maybe it's not really something. Maybe you say, well, that's been sitting there for 5 years now. It's probably just trash. I'm going to just clear my brain and go ahead and throw it away. I'm not suggesting you do that necessarily because there might be something important in there, but you see where I'm going with this. If you keep pushing things off to the next week, maybe it's not that important to you. So just put it on a separate list for things that you're going to get to someday, maybe if you feel like it, but it's not really important. The key behind this is it's going to help you not feel quite so frustrated when you keep passing by something that you haven't done, when it keeps popping up into your brain at 3 a.m. and you're saying, I have to do something about that. Those kinds of things are like agreements with yourself, that you're agreeing that you're going to take care of it. It's a contract. You're telling yourself you're going to take care of it and you keep failing on it. We don't need any more failure logged up in our life. So if it's not something that's important, write it down. You can worry about it later. It doesn't have to be something that's weighing on you. Life is stressful enough. So these are where you're also going to be, the step 3 is where you're also going to be able to get a clear idea of what are those 3 to 6 things you're going to put in your gratitude journal each day that you want to get taken care of. If you're an entrepreneur, for example, you want to be focusing on during the weekdays or whatever your business hours are, you want to make sure that you're focusing on those money-making, income-bringing activities. So prime business time, like from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you're going to be making business calls. You're probably going to have meetings, stuff like that. If you get up early at 5 a.m., you're not going to be setting business meetings at 5 a.m. Save that time. That's a better time to be taking care of bookkeeping tasks or, working on your website, search engine optimization, or whatever it might be. So get real clear from your list about where you should be spending your time, and you will feel much more clear-headed and much more focused. So that's step number 3. Step number 4, you don't want to go through all of this without actually entering things onto your calendar. Don't go through the effort of making that doctor's appointment and then completely missing it because you never put it on your calendar. If you need the reminder or you need the calendar time, put it on the calendar so that you can, again, you went from your list, you can clear it out of your brain, but then you don't want to have that anxiety that you're going to forget about it. Put it on the calendar and get it done, okay? So the final thing on my list is tip number 5. You go through your weekly review. So I suggest you set a time each week where you go through this to-do list. See where you're at, see what you got done, see if you got everything done that you needed to for the week so that you can go into your weekend or however you're planning out your week feeling clear-headed and ready to spend some really fun, intentional time with your family or loved ones, or just checking out and feeling like you're okay to do that. So you can do this a couple of different ways. I like to do a mini weekly review on Friday where I go through my checklist from the week, making sure I cleared up everything at work, at home, all those kinds of things so that I can relax on the weekend. Celebrate any kind of wins. You'll always feel more successful if you're actually celebrating those wins that you had. And so by reviewing, you'll be able to see all the things that you got done. And if you do that on Friday, well, Friday's just a day for celebration anyway. Then the other side of that is you take a look at what you have coming up for the next week. I usually like to do this on Sunday, so you can feel like you're waking up Monday morning ready to tackle the world and nothing is going to throw you off course so that you can get all those things done all week long. So that's how I like to do it. You can do it all in one day. You can do it whenever works best for you. If Wednesday is your day off or you just don't have that many meetings on Wednesday, go ahead and set it up for Wednesday. That's cool. Whatever works for you. It's your list. It's your life and your schedule. So make it work for you. So I'm going to wrap this up with a little quote by a pretty cool guy, Benjamin Franklin. He said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I think that kind of is very poignant and can be used, especially with this little segment that I have for you today. So what do? Is this going to help you out? Is this something that you will be able to use in your life? Let me know. I want to hear from you. Go ahead and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and keep spreading that positivity and keep smiling. Thanks so much.